FOC.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good Sunday morning to some of you. Good afternoon to others. I think some of you were up pretty late last night with spine ticks. Saw it was 5 hours, so if you're in the Eastern time zone, it'll be 4 a.m. But yeah, got the coffee on or other caffeinated beverages and ready to talk about the Final Order Cutoff. So let's shout out everybody in the chat. Lou from Aegis Comics of Alaska will be joining me here in a few minutes. He was getting the coffee going. But of course, we got Comics Talk Weekly, who did an FOC segment last night on spine ticks. We got him here in the chat. We got Trent Stewart, Wesley's Comic Collection, Astro Wizard. We got Bricks the Iron Geek, Comic Dude. What else we got in here? T-Ravis. And I think that's everybody so far. So welcome in, everybody. Yeah, Coca-Cola, that works too. Perfect. So I will start talking. Eventually we'll get, we will have Lou come in here as well once he gets his coffee going. And we'll start out with DC because honestly, actually, I think DC has there's a lot of picks this week on FOC. The rest of the previews catalog stuff looks a little bit lighter this week. So from DC, we start out with Batman Black and White number 6 of 6. So this story is wrapping up part of the, we've had various writers and artists on this. John Romita Jr. on the cover here. I have not been reading this, but I've heard really good things about how this story has gone. We've got a Jason Fabok cover, and then we've got a Yasmin Putri cover here. So a Mad Hatter cover, actually. So that's 3 covers there for that book. And then we move into number 5 of 12 for Batman and Catwoman, written by Tom King. What's going on? Jay Ramirez is in the house. How you doing? Did you watch Mortal Kombat yet? That was Saturday you're going to see that, right? What's up, Lewis? Mr. Shadow Rabbit Clay Guy's in the house. I hear mixed things about this, but then there was this new character last issue that people were speculating on. What's up, Louis the 13th's in the house? Awesome. Glad to hear it. All the cool kids are here. So this is something interesting. So I glazed over Batman Fortnite because I said that's kind of silly. They're just copying Marvel. Well, apparently in issue number 1, and now I see in every issue, there is a redeemable code for bonus DC-themed Fortnite digital items, and fans who redeem all 6 codes will unlock a new armored Batman Zero outfit for their Fortnite character. So consequently, everybody was looking for that. I think it was this past new comic book day, maybe the one before, and the prices on it went crazy. Of course, this is the second printing for number 2, which hasn't hit shelves yet. Issue number 1 is already going to a 3rd printing, but it seems like it's all for that redeemable code, not necessarily for the story, but the Fortnite fans may be enjoying this story. So for the speculating side of looking at FOC, that could be something that's worth money just because people want the codes. And shops did not buy a lot of this solely for the reason of they looked at it and thought the same thing I did and said, Yep, there we go. What's going on, Professor? Yeah, so this is probably something that maybe while they were playing Fortnite, there was an ad for this happening or something, or they've been paying attention to Fortnite and there was ads talking about the comic coming out with special codes. And so all the youngins came for the Fortnite codes and the shop said, we didn't buy enough. I remember while I was in the shop, they got at least 3 calls from people trying to find Batman Fortnite 0 point. So I guess if you're trying to speculate on it and resell it, that's something to watch for. But otherwise, I can't say how the story is going to be. Black Friday from Scout Comics, the Black Caravan imprint, is getting a second printing. Like we talked about last week, Scout Comics is now on both Lunar and on the regular Diamonds previews. So ask your shop what service they're ordering through so that you can make sure that you know when the final order cutoff date for Scouts Comics will be. So if it is through Lunar, then today is that final order cutoff date for Lunar. And then if they're still doing previews, the dates actually, I think Black Friday's second print was like two FOCs ago for Diamond. So again, check with your shop, see who they're ordering these from in order to figure out when your final order cutoff date would be. Or, the second you hear about them, obviously you can put your orders in early. The shops are going to, prefer probably you get your orders in as soon as possible. Once those codes expire, there's no reason for those books to continue to be hot. Or if you've used the code and then you're reselling it, that's not going to go very well. What's up? Neighbor to the North 1982 is in the house. I don't know how well that'll go. Second print is going to have the same code. So I don't know how that's going to continue to go, but as more and more of the prints come out, the price of all of them should go down because there'll be more access to the codes. But for the second prints, it'll be first and second prints of all of that probably is going to have some hype on it just because of the codes. This is Black Friday is a horror comic from the Black Caravan imprint of Scout Comics. So number 1's getting a second print, and this is available for the first time on Lunar. Moving on, Black Friday number 2 of 3 will be also on this cutoff for Diamond here, or for Lunar here. And this looks almost like a Venom 3 homage, if I'm not mistaken, which is pretty interesting. I have not read Black Friday. I've heard some really good things about it, though. But, Scout Comics, Black Caravan imprint there. And another Scout Comics book that's on the FOC for Lunar this week is By the Horns, number 1's second printing. This one I enjoyed. We have Elodie, who hates unicorns because, and Unicorn, I believe it was killed I can't remember the family member or someone that she was close to. Her husband, trampled her husband. And so now she's trying to hunt down all the unicorns and having some difficulty with that. Yeah, definitely Venom 3 homage right here. Yeah, By the Horns. Caroline knows what's up. But second print there. So if you missed out on the first print, that's your opportunity to get it. It already was in the previews catalog for the second printing for FOC. So if your store orders through previews Diamond still for Scout, then you would not be able to get it this way. But some stores will be ordering through Lunar. So you probably find it online somewhere for pre-order. Then we've got Catwoman number 31. This is being written by Ram V, who is writing a lot of things right now. Swamp Thing, also, I believe he's the writer on. Is he the writer on Layla Starr? There's something from Boom that he's writing. But this is the cover to watch right here. Hey, Real Road 6, welcome in. And Something Wong, welcome in. Yeah, we're only a few minutes in. We're just talking DC right now. And then we'll move on to the previews catalog here soon. Let's see. Does the By the Horns have anyone on the team who worked on Final Fantasy? The covers look like the art for the later games. I am not sure. It's a good question. I can see what you're talking about with that art style. Hey, Hyper, welcome in. There we go. Abbott. No. Saladin. Something is on Abbott, I believe. Yeah. So this cover right here, of course, Jenny Frison. I freaking love her art. We've got Catwoman and Ivy on the cover here. So, and look at that. We have mention of Poison Ivy in the story. A large test tube containing Poison Ivy. So this will be interesting. That it seems like they're trying to bring back some more Poison Ivy story, slowly but surely. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, Saladin Ahmed on. I feel like it is The Many Deaths of Layla Starr. Hold on, now I gotta do a search. Yeah, it's Many Deaths of Layla Starr that Ramgee's writing for Boom. Yep. What's going on, Sith? All right, moving to Flash number 770. We have, it's number 770 on Flash. It's crazy how many years we've got overtime here. And I think what people have been talking about is this cover B looks pretty cool. Brett Booth doing the cover art on this. You see two different Flashes here. I don't know too much about what's going on, but Fastest Man Alive is coming face to face with the Führer. So that could be an interesting storyline. Going back to World War II. We got Future State Justice League having a trade paperback. Green Lantern John Stewart, a celebration of 50 years. Hardcover here. I Am Not Starfire trade paperback. I don't know why it says advance uncorrected proof not for sale. That's probably the wrong art to put there. Mariko Tamaki writing this, Yoshi Yoshitani on the art. Yoshi Yoshitani does those like cover C's for Witchblood too. So that's a cool art. This one I think is going to be one of those hot ones because we already had a stir over Joker number 2 first printing, and now we have a more accessible cover that features this new female Bane, and that is the just regular second print with her on the cover there. But we also have a second print 1 in 25, which is essentially just a black and white version of that harder to find, like, I think it was the store had to order 50 prints, and then they could get a copy of this. So now there's a black and white version of it. So these will probably be things that people are looking for. So get your pre-orders in before. Moving on, we have Justice League number 61 with a backup Justice League Dark storyline here. We've got Naomi learning more dark secrets of her birth world's broken legacy. This is a super cool cover here with Batman, Black Canary, Hawk Girl. And I think even cooler, though, is this cover right here with Naomi looking like a badass on it by Cale New. So I have not been reading the Justice League, but I was curious as to what was going to happen with Naomi joining the Justice League, and it looks like she's fitting in pretty good with them. The 125 photocopier variant. Yeah. Variants of subsequent printing. Yeah. Yeah, the 1 in 25s, I've bought some of them, and the 1 in whatevers of the second prints, third prints, but I have that same thought, Phil. I don't know how I feel about that in general. It's part of the whole variant explosion. Yeah, it's probably not overall a good thing, but if we enjoy the art on the cover, I still say, buy it, right? If you like it, buy it. So this is something interesting. We have Legends of the Dark Knight, #1. And now, so this is going to be comic icons and rising stars telling digital-first stories across the Batman mythos, beginning with comics legend and co-creator of The Boys, Derek Robertson, writing and drawing an epic 3-issue supervillain crime drama. So, starting out strong with Derek Robertson, of course, also the artist of Space Bastards. We're going to have the writers of Space Bastards on the channel tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to be live, so prepare your questions and hang out in the chat. Moving on, that was cover A by Derek Robertson. We have a cover B, David Marquez cardstock variant, and a 1 in 25 Riccardo Federici cover here, which looks like Mr. Freeze on the cover. It's been pretty cool covers that Federici's been doing. There also is a Legends of the Dark Knight team cover, which is a 250 copy minimum order. Francesco Francavilla doing the art on that cover there. Yeah. Ultimate Fallout 4 second print variant had the 2 covers. Yeah. I don't know if they did any before that. You might be right. Moving on, we got Looney Tunes number 260, Mad Magazine number 20, and we got Nightwing number 80 by Tom Taylor. This is a really cool cover by Bruno Redondo. He's doing the interior art. Looks like we have a new character, maybe Heartless. I think Nightwing 79 also had some new characters going on. So if we get another one here in number 80, seems like a trend here. We got a cover B by Jamal Campbell, of course, cardstock cover B. I like the imagery there with the lines. That's pretty cool. Other History of the DC Universe is moving on to number 4 of 5. This one's been more of a reading kind of book versus a mix of read and visual. But for those that are looking for this this kind of a read, I've heard it's been really good. Looks like Renee Montoya is the focus on this one here. I saw, so Nightwing 80 is first Fool of Heartless. 79 was the cameo. Moving on, we also have a cover B by Jamal Campbell for the History of the DC Universe. And then another Scout book that is in here. We have Stake number 1 getting a second printing. This looks very similar to the first printing cover, so I'm not sure what's different on this cover, but second print. If you missed out on this, it's a vampire story. So that's another cool Scout book that we've got going on. Strange Adventures is on to number 10 of 12 from DC Black Label. Tom King is writing this one. I've heard nothing but good things about Strange Adventures. Other than I think it's just there was a little while it was taking a while for them to come out, but otherwise, yeah, got another good one here with a cover B here as well. What else we got? Truth and Justice is on to issue number 4. I do not know what's going on there. Is that a Robin Two-Face? Yeah, okay. So Jason finding himself facing down his own past and place within the Bat family. All right, yeah, that makes sense. With a cover B here with Red Hood featured on it. And then the big one I think here is Wonder Girl number 1. So Yara Flor getting her first non-future state story here. And this is such a cool cover by Joelle Jones, who's writing and illustrating this book. It's fantastic. I think I really enjoyed her story for Future State. Didn't have a lot to, figure out who she was and where it was from. So this should give us more of her origin, I feel like. And that will be a great way to bring her into kind of the current times. And with that, we have a couple more covers. But before we get to that, say hello to Lou from Aegis.
What's going on,
Alaska.
everybody?
How you doing, man?
Better now, man. I've just been having nothing but tech issues for the last 48 hours. It's just been out of control. My webcam didn't want to work. It had an alert saying you're too ugly for this stream. You know what I mean? Just all kinds of stuff. So
just turned off.
We got it fixed.
The world doesn't need to see this.
Yeah. I have to work on my angles. I got to have the camera up,
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, Wes, that package is heading to you.
Wes, the lucky winner of everything.
Of everything, yeah. So,
watch, he's probably gonna win from me now too.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was just wrapping up DC here.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think that Wonder Girl is gonna be. I think that might be their flagship here coming soon.
Yeah. So Campbell, of course, has got to put his touch on new female character, and it's a great cover.
Yeah, that's a dope cover right there.
We got this cover B here, Bilquis Evely. I haven't heard that artist's name before, but I don't think there's a bad cover. I mean, Blank is obviously kind of boring, but blanks have their place.
Blanks are getting popular now because there's so many artists now that could just put in some work on those. We got Mike Provo at the shop that'll do unique artwork on it, and yeah. Yes. It's true. It's 100% true. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, the 1 in 50, which is the cover A, but black and white and cardstock. So that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
And there's a team cover here by Raphael Grandpa. Or Grandpa. I still haven't figured out how to say his name since he did the Berserker covers.
Right.
But that's pretty cool, too. But you have to do a 250 copy minimum order.
Yeah, that's Midtown numbers right there.
Yeah. So if you want
one
of
these days we'll be there.
If you want that's your Midtown or your all those online huge retailers.
If we get enough pull box members, we could pull it off. I mean, we right now we have I think about 125 pull box members, but it's still because we were getting ready to do a retailer incentive for this one, or excuse me, a retailer exclusive for this one, but you have to commit to 3,000 copies. So we'd have to get a lot of partners a lot of partner shops and YouTubers to get that done. We might do it in the future though, for sure.
Yeah, I would say, and then because that's why you guys did the Dynamite in the past, because they don't have as
Right.
restrictive on the numbers.
Well, Dynamite, it's smaller numbers though. Dynamite, you're looking at 500. You know, the big guys, Marvel, DC, it's a 3,000 minimum.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say if the YouTube world was like coming out and saying we're gonna all promote this and send everybody your way, then it could happen. But
And it can
obviously,
happen.
otherwise,
It takes a lot of collaboration, but I know it can be
Mhm.
done because I know Comics Elite. I mean, uh, that dude's solid, and he partners up with 13 other shops, and that's how he makes it happen. Approximately,
Yeah,
I don't know the exact number, but I think it's about 13 shops.
yeah. So everyone that's wanting to set up a pool box with Aegis Comics of Alaska, how do they do that?
All they have to do is send us a DM on our Instagram at Aegis Comics Alaska, and we need their name, email, and mailing address. And that's the problem with YouTube sometimes, though. So we need your screen name's cool, but we need your real name too, because we've had issues where we get a message from someone saying, Cat Scratcher Super Saiyan 5'9" is like, hey man, I put in an order, and you're like, what name did you put it under? And it's a name that does not even match their
Yeah,
their YouTube persona. It'll be like Eugene McCluskey. Oh, okay. There was no way I was going to connect that to your to your Super Saiyan name. So
Eugene.
be be patient with us. But yeah, that's a big one. Just drop into our DMs. It's the one time that you're allowed to go into someone's DMs uninvited, and won't get blocked.
My first name really is Comics. Oh, that's great. But yeah, so and especially then once you get it set up, it's for previews. Now, if you want anything from Lunar, they need to send you a message or email.
With a full list of what they want.
Yeah.
Now, the way we're going to correct that here, I'm thinking no later than October, if I can do it sooner, is we're just going to put everyone on League of Comic Geeks, maybe.
Mm.
That might, because if the Marvel thing causes confusion
Oh,
with
because
them
yeah,
going
that's
to
good.
Penguin Random House, then we're gonna our fail safe is gonna be League of Comic Book Geeks, because you can do an online pull box with them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll move into our previews side of FOC here. So these books will be due by tomorrow to the shops, but we're talking about it today, so just let them know today so they don't have to panic last minute as you're sending in all your information.
Yeah, this is the part of the show that I hate, because I end up buying stuff.
I will tell you, it is a lighter week on the preview side of things. I think DC actually had a lot more this week than usual, and
Mm-hmm.
then everybody else is a little bit lighter, or at least for me in changes and things that aren't already on my pool list.
Gotcha.
So this one's been super popular. Geiger #1. It's already at a third print, and we don't even have issue #2 yet. And
Mm.
this is funny. I actually did this. So it says stare at my nose for 30 seconds without blinking, then look at the ceiling, and you freaking see the skull.
Oh, damn.
One of those things where it like sticks in your vision, and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So everyone do that later when you got some time. Just go to the previews website, stare at it, have some fun.
Oh God.
Uh, it's hilarious. And shout out to Comics for Cheap hopping in here. Yeah, and then Home is on to issue #2. I talked about this last night when we were doing our indie comics talk. I liked issue 1. I liked the ending more than some of the rest of it, so I want to see more of what he does with his powers that he's starting
Nice.
to develop. So it's pretty interesting. It's an interesting concept. And there's a cover B here by Jacoby Salcedo.
Nice.
But interesting. I like the cover A, and the artist on that is the artist for Witchblood, Lisa
Oh
Sturl.
wow. Yeah.
So moving on with Image, we have Jules Verne Lighthouse number 2.
This has
So
been very popular at the shop.
that's what I was going to ask because I didn't pick it
Yeah.
up, but then I heard Caroline said that she really enjoyed this. It's a great sci-fi story, and now I'm like, I'm probably going to go pick up issue number 1 now.
We had a lot of people that just as soon as they saw Jules Verne on the in the title, they were sold.
Yeah. Yep. There she is. Lighthouse 1 was great. Space Pirates.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, Seth?
That kind of got me. Space Pirates, and like, I was like, all right. I had it on my list to add actually, and then I was like, do I need to add another book? And then I didn't add it, and now I'm gonna go back and get it. The cover art on these has been fantastic though too. Like, look at this. Freaking like, what is this? A robot unicorn or something?
Man, that's dope though.
Right?
Yeah.
That's insane. This is for those that watch our D&D. Some of the characters have like unicorn motorcycle things. This is what I'm imagining now that they look like.
That is awesome.
And there's a cover C on that as well. Again, the cover art's fantastic.
Yeah, this is stuff that would normally be those exclusive variants, and they're just doing them for their regular variant covers. That's dope.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of people reading this one, Moonshine?
No, but it's just a matter of promoting it. Having a couple on the rack so that people, 1 or 2 people read it, and then all of a sudden, we're getting orders for the earlier issues and the trades. That seems to be how that happens.
Yeah, this is one of those ones I think I probably would go back and read the trades at some point, but I wasn't reading it at the beginning, and so I'm not hopping in now, and I'm reading so many other things. It's gonna maybe get a collected edition when it wraps up or something.
Right.
And then this one's ending, Nomen Omen, number 15 of 15. This one I was reading. And I just kind of fell off of it, but I want to go back and read it once it gets collected.
That's awesome.
It's a great cover, yeah.
That's a beautiful cover.
Cover B here is pretty badass looking. Pepe Larraz on the cover there. Now this looks like it's probably going to be something hot. We have Radiant Black number 1's third print and number 2's third print, where they got the blue and the red, like, and they could be facing each other. So,
right.
Like, absolutely crazy.
Yeah, we've already been messaged by several people that want that cover.
Mm-hmm. And then if you look from here, interestingly, number 1 doesn't have a ratio print with it, but number 2 has a 1 in 10 ratio for the third print.
Wow.
In black and white.
Jesus.
So I mean, they know what they're doing here. They're
ratios on second prints. That's crazy.
Third print
of a number print, yeah,
of a number 2.
Yeah.
And then number 3 is getting a second print. So I mean, this series has been hot. I think it's it's earned that. Issue 3 wasn't as like action packed or anything, but it had some like character development kind of stuff going on that's necessary for the plot.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They should make third prints first. Yeah. Yeah. And, if these third prints and second prints weren't enough, issue number 4 is also on final order cutoff with this right here for the cover A, which is fantastic.
Wow. Yeah.
So it looks like we might finally be getting some more action in this and more of like where did his powers, like where did that thing really come from? That's what I'm hoping for. Because we've been kind of getting teased, like the second print for, what was that, issue number 1 had that robot looking thing on it. That's clearly from these aliens that he got the powers from. But this is a really great 1 in 25 here.
Yeah, when I saw that cover with the
Thanks.
alien and the robot, it reminded me of the old school Japanese movies, where they don't just fight on their own. They have their little robot sidekick,
Is this one you're talking about? Or the original one?
No, the original one.
Issue number 1? Yeah. Because this also, now that you say that, I'm like, it looks like he could be controlling that.
Right. And that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw any concept like that was that there was that movie. Oh God, I'm dating myself now. From the 1970s, I think it was a giant robot, and the kid could control the robot with his watch. It's an old movie. It's called Giant Robot.
Oh, okay.
The robot would shoot missiles out of its fingers, but it was like a live action.
Awesome.
I mean, now if you watch, when you're a kid watching it, it looks awesome. Now if you watch it, you're like, dude, that guy's totally wearing a goofy suit, And
Right. And yeah, what Bricks is saying here, it's kind of giving us a tease of what's to come. We still haven't seen the robot. We saw the guy with the cape in this last issue, but it was like a dream. So it wasn't, we know that something's coming with all that.
Right.
Do you sign all your covers? Let's see. Sith. Yeah, lots of Radiant Black comments here. Yeah, we hardly get soups outside of Marvel and DC, so we gotta see it. Phil's saying maybe he's hopping off after the first arc. There's also, I don't understand this. So this sounds like this is a story. Well, it doesn't even show up here. I think this is an error that this is showing up. This says Coliseum of Comics exclusive variant. So I don't think that's supposed to be in the previous catalog.
That's probably an error on their part, software error. They've had a couple of those this week that aggravated me, but
yeah, because if you click on it, there's no page.
Right.
So. This one is wrapping up Rain Like Hammers number 5. The art's just crazy looking. And it says mini-series finale. So I did not read this one. I've heard some people that did really liked it, but it's also, I think you have to like that certain style of what's going on in it.
Right.
We got Scumbag. This one's been crazy. And have you read this one at all?
No, but Donny Cates, right?
No, Rick Remender.
That's right. Oh my God! Just saying Donny Cates' name. I know TiVo's blocking me now, but
you've summoned him.
I've summoned the wrath of TiVo.
Oh man, James Herron does the cover art here, huh? He's the guy that's on Ultra Mega.
Shadecraft.
Yeah, so that's somewhere else in the catalog that just took me to, not on this week, but Shadecraft's been, that first issue was so good. Let's see who else we got in here. Jose Crespo, what's going on?
What's up?
Welcome in. It's Tiho. But yeah, Scumbag. It's one of those, like, they're not afraid to go and show some debauchery and craziness going on. So it's been cool. Stillwater number 7, new story arc starting. So we had a little bit of a break since issue number 6. I've been loving this. We got Chip Zdarsky writing this story and Roman Perez doing the art with Mike Spicer, I think, doing colors on that. And then I think I saw there's a cover B. Oops. I just click on it. Wow, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Sue Lee doing the cover art here. This is one of their Asian Pacific American Heritage Month covers, but dang, that's an awesome cover. I'll have to get that.
And Stillwater, Daredevil, this dude's killing it, man.
The first issue of Silver Coin, he did the story on that. Yeah. And I think, isn't he popping in on crossover, like issue number 7 or something, and writing?
I'm not sure, but if he is, he'll kill that too. The dude, you know.
Yeah.
I can't hear enough good things about the, Stillwater and Daredevil right now with him writing.
Yeah, those are two books that I'm reading. Like, I don't read a lot of Marvel right now, but Daredevil's one that I'm sticking with because he's doing a great job with the story. And Elektra is still Daredevil.
Yep.
Everyone's like, that's not going to continue.
Yeah, everyone thought that it was going to be just a fad.
It's not.
Thanks,
Sorry,
man.
I look like a train wreck, so I'm going to go ahead and get off the camera.
Hi, Amy.
Yeah.
Of course, this one right here, Stray Dogs, is on to issue number 4. Issue 3, I don't know if you've been reading this or not, but it got crazy. And I'm not over what happened in issue number 3. Trish and Tony both know that I'm not over it. Actually, last night, Caroline and I were talking about it, and Tony just pops into the chat, and he's like, I'm so sorry. But yeah, issue 3 popped off. And then they said issue 4 is going to get even crazier. And that, to me, means this is going to be a very sad issue. In that van, that it's not something to tell everybody, Phil. And then, of course, our horror movie homage here. I forget which horror movie this is that they said it's actually, like, I think it's a more obscure one. Something with, I think, some sort of aliens or something. But it's like one of those like cult classic kind of horror movies. Oh gosh, no. Well, I mean, I guess maybe we need that to save the dogs. Yeah. But yeah, this is a story that, like, I will tell people to read and tell people to be prepared to have your emotions messed with. But it's great. The fact that, in 3 issues, I could be that affected by something happening in the story.
Right.
Says good things. Ultra Mega is moving on to issue number 3. I believe it's, for the first story arc, is 4 issues. But they're all Ultra Mega sized issues. So 44 pages on this. It's $8 for the cover price.
Some people have had issue with that.
Yeah. Honestly, I've read issue 1, I read issue 2. I loved issue 1. Issue 2 was, for me, it was just okay. And because of that price, I'm probably dropping it. But I do want to read the whole story at some point. So I'll go back and...
I'm sure they'll affect collectability. But at the store, the orders have dropped by 50%.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the norm, though, for new titles. Number 1 is big, and then it just starts scaling back. Yeah.
It's a good story. Issue 2 was a little bit different, though. We didn't really have the kaijus. We didn't really have our Ultra Megas. So it
Mhm.
was, I felt like it wasn't the story I thought we were going to be reading.
Right.
There's a cool cover B here by Ryan Otley and Frank Martin, which looks fantastic. And then a cover C, which is the Asian Pacific American Heritage Month cover, which it does not say who does that cover. Huh.
Mm.
Interesting. And then wrapping up Marvel is The Walking Dead Deluxe. How have orders on that been? Has that been pretty heavily ordered?
No, it's dropping.
Yeah.
It's dropping. I think the novelty of it just kind of wore off on people.
Yeah, I feel like probably once you're looking at it, if you've read it before, you're just
Mhm.
saying, well, I've read the story. It looks cool. I think
Right.
for the people that didn't read it the first time, this is probably good for them to hop on and get to like physically read all the comics in color.
And
But
and not have to pay the crazy prices,
Mhm.
for the originals.
Yeah, I mean, there's some good covers on here though.
Yeah,
Dave Raposa.
it's I think the novelties wore off on it. It was doing well in the
Great.
beginning for sure. But
I got David Finch on this cover here. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, for me, I knew how many issues it was going to be. Right, we already know how long it's going to go for. So
right.
I was sitting there thinking about how much that's gonna cost.
Yeah, not to
All
mention
that.
the fact that
And then
but their sales point was that there was going to be some director's cut type material in there, and
Mm.
I don't know that that's really grabbing people.
for me, if I'm gonna end up reading, I actually did at one point. I got like the first omnibus, and I read that,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was cool. Um, but if I do anything, I'd get the rest of the omnibuses and keep reading the black and white.
Right.
Let's see. The Raposa covers are connecting, so I know Hyper gets get into these connecting covers.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably picking those up. I know he did the first set of connecting covers that they did. Let's see. I like Ultra Mega, but I was hoping for something along the lines of Matt Frank's Red Man. I'm not familiar with that book.
Mm.
So let's move on to Dark Horse. We have Koja Karu the Skinner, number 2 of 2. Mike Mignola. I think this in his Hellboy universe, or is this separate? This might be separate. This is a great cover.
Yeah, it's interesting because I have at the shop, and I suspect this is every shop. I have some hardcore Dark Horse fans, man. They don't care
Mhm.
what it is as long as it's Dark Horse. They won't look at any other book but Dark Horse. They're just diehards.
There is at least one person at my shop that is like that. I remember hearing them
Yeah.
say that. Like anything Dark Horse, they'll buy it. And I sat there and I was like,
Mhm.
am I reading anything by Dark Horse?
Right, right. And that's the commentary. It's almost like you're validated as a comic shop with these guys as long as you have a Dark Horse section.
Yeah, here we go. Lady Baltimore. Thanks, Sith. I knew you were reading it. I just wasn't sure. Lady Baltimore is what it ties into. What's going on, Ruben? Yeah, Far Cry, first comic based on the game, which is on here, right here. So Far Cry Rite of Passage, 1 of 3. I don't know if this is, let's see, but fan favorite villains from Far Cry 3, 4, and 5 are going to be in this.
Nice.
So yeah, Dark Horse has done a couple. I think did they do the Cyberpunk adaptation? I think it was them. And so I think they've been doing it, several comic book adaptations, which are getting some attention. IDW might have done one or two as well. But yeah, something to look out for there. Let me see. Is there a ratio cover on this? It doesn't appear so, but that's not to say that. Sometimes I do the trick that usually tells us the ratio cover, and then I find out later there actually was a ratio cover and it didn't show it. So I think that's where League of Comic Geeks sometimes helps out too.
Yeah. Now, the League of Comic Book Geeks is also notorious for causing some stress for the shops, because you'll have the customers that are not looking into it and seeing that, oh, hey, that's a Frankie's Comics exclusive. I can't order that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's in League of Comic Book Geeks. You need to get it for me. I don't care how you do it. You're like, all right, well, it's not going to be for the price you think then.
If you want me to buy it from Frankie's and then sell it to you, it's going to cost more money.
It's going to cost a little bit more.
Here's the website. Go buy it.
We'll help you out.
Here's the website. Go buy it yourself. God of War issue 1 is already a $20 book. Yeah. So yeah, they had God of War. They had Cyberpunk. So yeah, Dark Horse is doing a good job with the comic book adaptations. I don't think they had the Horizon Zero Dawn, though. I think that was somebody else. I think it was Titan.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, because that was all Peach Momoko covers. Horizon Zero Dawn was all Peach Momoko.
Yeah. I think that was
another publisher.
So it was in the bottom section. So I think it was Titan, which doesn't put out too many books. We have another new one here, Rangers of the Divide. Following the disappearance of nation's peacekeepers, elite commander stumbles upon a team of bright-eyed cadets in need of leadership. Debut series written and illustrated by comic artist Megan Huang. Dragons, mythical beasts, and sci-fi technology. All right. Seems could be something interesting. Moving into IDW, we've got Godzilla Monsters and Protectors number 2. So I think this was like more. It seems like it's targeted for a younger audience, just the way the art style is. But we have a lot of kaiju stuff going on recently, and we had Godzilla versus Kong recently. So Horizon was Titan. Peach Momoko. I love Peach Momoko. Bricks is playing through Zero Dawn right now. So this is part 2 of this story, and there's a cover B here, which I believe again is like the
that's from the old that's that 1970s goodness.
Yeah, issue 1 had Godzilla on the cover from
that's Mothra.
Yep. So that's, I think, from the nostalgia collector's perspective, that's a cool one to look for. Now this is a great Splinter cover here, all pink. Continuing the best of TMNT stuff. So several different Splinter stories from the past coming back, collected in this one. We've got Transformers number 30. Keep it moving there. And then Transformers Back to the Future, wrapping up issue 4 of 4. So that looks pretty dope. What else? Transformers Beast Wars number 4. These are all things I don't know too much about. You know, a lot of people going for these Transformers books.
It's kind of hit or miss. It's not a big order item at the shop, but we keep them on the shelves for eye candy. You know, you get a young kid or something that's like, oh, I know that Transformers stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and these are, I mean, relatively kid-friendly kind of books too. So maybe I don't know if Beast Wars is more beastly than the regular or not, but.
And this is what causes the confusion. You see how there's DC Comics there? So it was explained to me that the reason they do this is in the event that they're able to get the DC contract back, it'll just be all they do is click a switch and they can go right into selling. So
Yeah.
they will always have access to the DC catalog, even though they don't distribute and even though you can't order from previews physically for these books.
Yeah. So if you have a pull box set up on previews, don't hit the order button. Don't hit the subscribe button on DC Comics because it's not going to work.
No, just let us know. Just message us. But if they ever, if Diamond, I don't know if you. No, last night we had a couple of technical glitches. It was our internet, our server was acting up. But we did a Diamond unboxing. Diamond is starting to get the memo. We saw bubble wrap for the first time ever.
Wow.
Being used by Diamond, and they're using a new type of box for some of their books, which is it doesn't allow the books to move. So we stroked out, and Amy is convinced that somebody's been kidnapped at the warehouse, maybe by Lunar.
Oh, that's amazing. I saw someone post a picture of the Something's Killing the Children 8th prints, and they were just like thrown into a box, and they looked like all over the place, color.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there's some good stuff coming.
I can picture it at Diamond. You've got the warehouse, you got the young kid who's like, I love comics. We need to treat these right. And you got the old 25-year veteran in the warehouse.
That's how we always did it.
Got a cigarette, he's dumping ashes on the books. He's like, screw these guys, they're just books. They'll keep coming back to us.
It's paper.
We've all worked with that guy.
Yeah. And also probably a little bit of like, well, I haven't done it any differently before.
Yeah.
Why would I do it differently now? Yeah. Amazing Spider-Man 66. Nick Spencer's still on there.
Yeah. There's rumor they keep pumping rumor that Donny Cates is taking it, but
and he hasn't.
Donny Cates is the only one who can save it right now because
no
shame to Nick Spencer, but it seems kind of bland right now. I
stopped reading it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm a Spider-Man fan.
Yeah, same here. But here, let me look and see what our orders are like for Spider-Man right now.
Also coming on FOC this week, Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade, number 3 of 5. I've read the first 2. I'm probably because I'm reading too many, I'm going to drop Black Knight, but it's pretty good. It was better than I expected. About it.
Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man is down 75% in orders at the shop. So I'm thinking if that's a national trend, Nick might be in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a cover B here. So Thor's coming into this story for sure.
Oh, I like that.
And this is the other crazy one, Stephanie Hans. So this was the 1 in 25 for number 1, the 1 in 25 for number 2, the 1 in 25 for number 3. So
how many of you guys in the chat give a rat's ass about Spider-Man's new costume? I think that was a flop.
It's gone
blue and silver and yellow.
Well, I mean, you look at this, it's gone. Right? Like we're on to issue number 66, which is only a couple after the new costume debuts, and he's back. They made such a big deal about it, and I just this is a here's a Hyper connecting set. Hyper likes himself some connecting covers. There you go.
Yeah, that's a beautiful cover.
Is ASM still a top seller in your shop despite the drop-off?
No. I mean, that's... You know what? You got we've posted our top 10 before. Have you guys ever seen an ASM in our top 10? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You'll see Spider-Man related events will hit the top 10, but not the core issue. It's dropping off.
Yeah, it's sad that it's
Mm-hmm.
dying this way. I have a feeling the same thing's about to happen to Miles too, with them going and
Yeah.
doing a clone saga story.
Yeah.
I'm giving it one issue to see if it's any different. If they make it so different that I don't think it's the clone saga of Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
or any of the clone sagas of Spider-Man. Make Spidey great again.
For real. This makes me sad too. Captain America, man. These sales have dropped off probably 90%. Now I'm hoping that the popularity of the show, yeah, and Marvel threw everything at this book to try to revitalize it.
Yeah, Alex
I
Ross.
think Alex Ross does the majority, if not all, of the covers, and it's still not popping, which catches me off guard. I think they're looking for something new and they just can't find it.
This one.
Oh God.
Heroes Reborn. We've got what, like a Hydra Venom?
No, that's that's Red Skull venomized. Oh God. It's like they gave up over there. They're
Heroes
just doing
Reborn.
money grabs.
I haven't heard a single person say Heroes Reborn looks good.
Oh God, man.
Miles is the man. And yeah, it's been really good, but I'm very hesitant with this clone saga coming. How does the current Iron Man run sell?
Better than Captain America.
Better than Spidey right now?
Better than Spider-Man.
That's good.
Yeah. But that's because they like a lot of people like that storyline of him going back to his roots, and of course seeing what's that character, Hellcat?
Yeah.
Seeing her in the
almost got me to
story,
read-
people are interested.
Hellcat almost got me to read Iron Man.
Yeah.
I decided not to because I just,
Yeah, you got a
reading too
budget.
many
I
things.
mean, you'd end up with the entire Diamond catalog.
Right. If I could, I would read everything because I
Mhm.
love reading, but that can't. This one right here, Jeff posing in the mirror. I think
That's just horrible, man. What a horrible cover, man. God, really?
it's like the
Ugh.
art's okay, but
No,
like
they
the
gave up,
thing
man.
that gets me is the combination. I don't like that combo.
No.
And then the Skull of Venom thing at the banner at the bottom.
Yeah. What
I
a
don't know.
horrible. I might just. I don't know, man. They got to do something new with Captain America. It's just stale right now, and it makes me sad because it's Captain America, right?
Right. I think people think it's Captain America. People are gonna
Mm-hmm.
just read it because it's Captain America, and that's not the case. You got to write a good story.
Yeah.
Cantwell's writing Iron Man, and so that's got some people. And Cantwell's is writing a new series from Vault. I think he's the one writing it, right? Now I'm second guessing myself. Blue Flame. Yeah, Christopher Cantwell. Yeah, this is going to be good. Not on FOC yet, but May 26th it comes out. So always get your orders in early.
The one thing that made me happy, they already did the solicitation for Free Comic Book Day, so that's going to be a big thing.
What's up, Said Cool? Oh, for Free Comic Book Day, they're doing something.
Yeah, there's going to be some cool new titles being introduced for Free Comic Book Day.
I'm gonna try to get too many things on Free Comic Book Day.
For the people with pull boxes, take a look at what's at Free Comic Book Day and then message me ASAP so that we can get you guys. We'll set aside some because obviously they're free. We'll ship them with your normal pull box order to you. But if there's something that you gotta have, let us know sooner than later.
Yeah, there's some good things that I know about already. Stray Dogs is having something. Something's Killing the Children's going to have one. We Live is going to have one.
Yep. You better get them for free while they're free, because you know
Mhm.
what'll happen about a month later. Those baseball card people will charge $20 per book for a free comic book. So,
Yeah.
because it'll be the first appearance of the color purple on a Spider-Man cover or something. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, I'm a little salty about it. Things are getting out of control. I can't even buy bags and boards right now as a retailer because the market's been flooded for all that stuff.
Yeah. My shop had issues with that for a little while. Got some in finally the other day.
Yeah, it takes
But
2 months to get your orders right now from
yeah.
BCW, and now we're looking at Comics Pro. I got an order in with Comics Pro right now, so and we'll
Nice.
see if that shipping slaughters me or not because it's coming from Canada.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball card people.
Stupid baseball card people. Rawr!
Sith. Oh. We got Champions number 7. Number 6 was a new creative team, and it felt like a seamless transition. The art by Luciano Vecchio has been
Mhm.
great. I'm liking so far where they're going with the new arc.
Let me clarify my baseball card statement. I'm talking about the people in general those particular people within that niche, the baseball card niche, that they look at a book, they've never read a comic book a day in their life, and they're like, "Oh, that's a number one. Let me get 30 of those because I'm going to make sure that that's going to put someone through college." And then
Mhm.
they just cause these spikes, and they're making things unaffordable for people that really want to be able to own these books.
Is there a secondary market for backs and boards?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, and the bags and boards are going to be graded too.
Yeah. Oh, that's a spine tick on that.
Yeah, that's a spine tick on the bag and board.
Oh man. Um, that's insane. Yeah, there's like I've seen some shops selling that 8th print of Something's Killing the Children for like $45. And it's like, this is a free book.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing? That's not okay.
Oh, the free one from
Yeah.
Berserker?
Yeah.
They're not supposed to do that.
They're selling it in combination with the Berserker 1 and 2, and I think therefore they're upcharging the Berserkers, and then you get it for free. So technically they're not charging
They're not
for it.
supposed. So
No, they're
I
not.
could understand if you're like, "Hey, man, I had to pay shipping on this thing. Help me out." But it's a free
Right.
book, though. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I.
Yeah. And the whole point Ross explained when he came on the channel was that like that is not meant to be a collectible rare item. There will be 75,000 copies of that.
But the baseball card people are going to make it a rare collectible item.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're going to tell you on eBay that it's a rare collectible item.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm using them as a curse word, which isn't fair because I know a lot of good baseball card collector people. But I'm talking about the slang for the bad ones, the ones that destroyed the comic book market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear boards are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Clear boards.
Oh,
Absolutely.
really? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Comic Clear, I think Comic Clear boards. They're on
No
Instagram.
kidding.
I did a review of them like several months back. Maybe it was
I
January.
didn't see it because I'm a bad YouTube partner. I need to watch that.
That's all right. Yeah, check it out so then you can, because you can order them from them and have them like stock. They are more expensive though, which makes sense.
Are they making them in the US or are they doing like BCW comics? They get all their stuff from China.
They are not in the US.
Okay.
Because they had a whole several posts. There was a weird period of time where they were out and they were watching the ship like go through the Panama Canal or something to come and make the delivery.
Yeah.
But they're good quality.
Okay, I'm gonna have to hit them up.
Sparks hates sports.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going viral in the PSA sports card forums and getting thumbs downs.
they're gonna put hits on me.
Oh man! And speaking of earlier, we were talking about Chip Zdarsky. I can't talk right now. And Daredevil.
Yeah.
It's a great cover. Marco Cicchetto's covers on this whole run have been fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And Elektra's still.
Yeah, this is a
doing her
book that
thing.
sells out. It's doing extremely well at the shop.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those ones where it worked, right? Where you change the core character and it worked.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work. Sometimes it pisses off everybody, but everyone's cool with Elektra being Daredevil. It actually worked.
Elektra has the best hair.
Oh, yeah.
The way they depict her hair is always fantastic.
Yeah, she needs to get the hashtag long hair, don't care. Yeah. I did that for Amy right now. So Amy's all happy.
Baseball card mafia.
For real. Yeah, me too. And then I had kids. What happened to my Elektra hair?
That's fantastic. Oh man.
Wow.
We got something new coming here, but something not so new, I guess, too. The same idea. We had the Spider-Man life story where they did the different eras. So now we're going to do Fantastic Four in the same style. Amid the backdrop of the Cold War and the space race is where we start. So first issue of 6 for this one with a cool Brett Booth variant here, which I think I just said his name earlier. Maybe it was a DC cover. I think it was the Flash one that had him on a variant. And what do we got here? Marcos Martin variant. Kind of classic retro style here. I wonder if they're going the ratio route on these. Yep. Paulo Rivera. I'm assuming, what is this? Probably like 1 in 25 or something. Like
Brazilian artist. Okay.
One we already saw. I get then. Yeah.
I'm assuming. Let's see.
Yeah, so one ratio.
At
least that's showing up that I can see.
Right.
And then
I am not excited about this Reborn stuff.
Right. The ones I think are gonna have any like lasting impact, these ones. Granted, the characters that are on them are not too exciting, but the what are they calling them? The trading card variants from Mark Bagley. Just because of the fact that trading cards are such a big thing right now. But outside of that, I don't know. I'm not going to read the story. If someone reads it and tells me it's the best story they've ever read from Marvel, maybe I'll go read it.
Right.
But it's another event.
Yep. Well, this is their cheesy competition for a Future State.
Yeah.
This is their response to Future State.
So I guess, yeah. Future State didn't really have one big plot line, but they're doing it this way.
Yeah, this is their
Marvel. No, I mean
this is their Man Thing to DC Swamp Thing. You know.
Yeah. This is a cool cover.
Very transparent. This is actually a good cover.
It's Peach. We got Ghost Rider, and we got forget which Squadron Supreme guy that is. Prism.
I was just looking at that Wu-Tang cover for Squadron Supreme, Enter the Supreme. I didn't realize in that in that storyline, they kill Namor.
They do.
Yeah, Hyperion
Yeah.
kills him after
Then
destroying Atlantis. I was like, damn, this
then
was
they-
ruthless.
I forget when they resurrected him.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's ruthless as hell.
Yep. Oh, that's number 4. Oh, we just kind of skipped ahead here. That's not on this. There we go. I got to go backwards. I was seeing if there's any ratio. There's probably ratios. Ooh. Okay. That's got to be a ratio. Jeffrey Verege.
I'll tell you
I
right now.
love his covers. The like.
It's a 1 in 50.
Yep.
That's the 1 in 50.
But not going to pay 1 in 50 prices for that.
It's gonna be 1 in 50 prices. I'll tell you right now, I'm not buying 50 of these books.
Oh,
Number
yeah.
3, I'm not buying 50 of these books. So
Well, no, that's what I'm saying is like,
yeah. So you're gonna be paying,
want to pay that for that cover, but it's gonna be that.
Yeah, people are gonna be stuck paying 1 in 50 prices for those. Sadly,
didn't DC do Rebirth, and now Marvel is reborn.
Ugh.
Yeah, they did. And I'm guessing Bradshaw is the 1 in 25.
Yeah, although DC, they did kill it with Infinite Frontier. Infinite Frontier was dope, man. That was killing Bane and all that stuff. That was dope. A lot of people missed out on that book.
Now we've got a new Bane.
Yep. They missed out on Infinite Frontier, and
and they're hitting you up after. You still got it?
Yeah, because they were like, wait a second, the Joker kills Bane? Yep. Mm-hmm.
Immortal Hulk getting a one-shot Time of Monsters. Introducing the original Hulk. 10,000 years ago, something green and glowing comes to poison the ancient ground of the Fertile Crescent and the hearts of its people. One boy is left to bear the consequences and for the first time to open the green door. And we have writer David Vaughn making his Marvel debut on another story with Bruce Banner. Interesting. Wow. I haven't been reading Hulk. I read earlier in the current series, the Immortal Hulk, but another one that I just was like, I'm not the biggest Hulk fan. It's a great story, but
Immortal Hulk was dope, man. But I've kind of like, I feel like they're running out of ideas for it now. But
yeah, and they're getting close to wrapping up. I think issue is planned for the wrap up. This is the only title Hulk is in. To the best of my knowledge, I don't think Hulk appears in any other books because She-Hulk's in the Avengers.
Yeah, this is it. It's just Immortal Hulk, but it's just like I love the Roxanne storyline, and I thought that was dope, man. How Worldbreaker Hulk is the one that was the one thing they weren't counting on at Roxanne. That was I love that. I love that whole storyline, but then after that, I would just kind of, I was
trying to click this, but then Sith's comment, Hulk appears in Stray Dogs 4. Those poor puppies.
Yeah.
Hulk smash. It what's interesting is Roxxon's been showing up in like everything as villains. Like they were part of the whole Cradle thing with the Champions and the outlawed thing.
Yeah, I kind of like the whole thing about they're essentially controlling social media and the whole nine. And Immortal Hulk and his team, their job was to kind of destroy all of that, destroy their servers and everything else during the. I was digging that. And then they had that Teletubby, as ridiculous as that villain is, that Teletubby villain thing, that big white Teletubby.
Oh man,
that was controlling people through television.
So interestingly, Roxxon was controlling social media. You said,
yeah.
So in Champions, Roxxon is creating this like app for the youth that's like supposed to be like a self-care kind of app, but the champions know because of what Roxxon's been doing that there's got to be something more, sinister behind it.
Oh,
And
100%.
Roxxon's trying to like be like, this is our way of making amends for what we did with the whole Cradle thing and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you know it's gonna be sinister. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love how that whole thing wrapped up and how the Minotaur got that Mr. Minotaur guy got what was coming to him. It would suck working for him. That whole run
Oh
of
my God.
Immortal Hulk, like you're like, wow,
Yeah.
this guy's the worst boss ever. He was always crushing people's heads.
Man, we've got Mighty Valkyries. So this is like the second Valkyries run. We had 1 through 5 happening with King in Black, the whole Century Soul thing. But we had a new Valkyrie appear, and now it looks like the mystery of the newest Valkyrie is unfolding in this story.
Mm.
And a peach cover. She has a thing for this kind of style where like it doesn't take up the whole page. You got this kind of circular kind of.
Well, it's tattoo art.
Yeah,
In my humble opinion, that's a tattoo right there.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah, that's a straight up tattoo.
I honestly did not know Runaways was still going on right now. There's nothing we can tell you about this issue that wouldn't spoil what is possibly the best comic of 2021. We can't even show you the cover. Oops. Well, that's the cover.
You know, they hype themselves up. So, and Runaways won an Eisner Award, but
yeah, I mean,
I don't. The sales the sales aren't reflecting what they're claiming, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt the story's good, but it's one of those groups that I think a lot of people aren't as connected to.
Right.
And so, if you're gonna spend your money on something, it ends up not being the Runaways, it ends up being Champions. It ends up being Spider-Man. Well, maybe not Spider-Man, but Iron Man, Shangchi, Silk. And we've got Shang-Chi with another series. This one doesn't say of 5, so maybe this is going to be ongoing. He had 2 different miniseries, did he not?
He had the one that introduced like all the characters that you're now going to see, and this is going to be the series.
Yeah,
everything else. The one that just happened was a miniseries, and then prior to that, you were seeing him in Agents of Atlas.
Yeah, he was in that.
Yeah, so now this is I don't know.
Looks like
I think they timed this release with that trailer, and that the movie trailer was dope. The movie trailer has me hyped. So.
Yeah, and so people are gonna be, man, can I go read some Shang-Chi comics?
And now here's the new series right here.
Yeah, and it's Shang-Chi versus the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
We got a Mike Cho variant here.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be dope.
With Spider-Man in the background, look at that.
Yeah.
Jung Yoon.
Yeah, that one is
definitely a digital cover.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I read issue 1 of I think the last Shang-Chi because I got it in like one of those Marvel comic packs from Walmart. And the little girl, I don't know who she is, but she was pretty badass. Superlog, he does some crazy art.
Yeah, the story this is a badass cover, man.
I'm sure there's got to be some ratios on this.
Yeah, there's the Sue variant, which is the 1 in 25. That's the 1 in 25 right there.
That's pretty dope too.
And then the Campbell variant is the 1 in 50.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a 1 in 50.
Nice. Well, Shang-Chi's got some power behind him here.
Mm-hmm.
Silk's getting a second print, which is
Yeah, that
looking
one also.
like,
With her mask off. That's the
yeah.
difference.
And
It's
then
very subtle.
gray instead of red along
Yeah.
Silk and then the spider. But still, it's just like feels like a lazy, right?
Yeah.
And then so this is the second print. I think this is a 1 in 25.
That's yeah, I believe so. I
So
don't know. I just
green for Silk instead of whatever the colors
yeah,
were.
this is the Diet Coke of Peach Momoko. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure he's very offended with me saying that right now.
Woo. I don't know what else is different about this cover. Was her mask on before or off before, and now it's on?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I
That
don't like when
seems a
they.
little lazy on that one too.
Yeah. What's up, Steven? Yeah, Silk was a great read. It's just lazy art on the
Mm-hmm.
covers. For like, if you're gonna, I like when there's new covers for second prints. I say that, and then I end up buying some of these ones that don't have new art. But
Yeah.
I like completely new art because if you're gonna collect second prints, you want different things to be able to collect in the collection. But saying that, I'm probably gonna get this.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's the fifth print. I do sometimes like color splash kind of things, but yeah, fifth printing, Star Wars High Republic #1. Who knows if this is going to be the last one? There's probably going to be more, but
Right.
it's getting to the point where it should end soon. Hopefully.
1 millionth print.
Right. Star Wars Bounty Hunters. This is tying into the War of the Bounty Hunters. A prelude for it here. And then there is a crimson variant, just the same cover but red. I don't know why they're doing that with all of these tie-ins, but that's their thing. There's a Sprouse Empire Strikes Back variant.
Mm.
And are there any ratios on that? Probably not. For bounty hunters.
Let me look. The War of the Bounty Hunters, right? Not the
Just Star Wars Bounty Hunters, the ongoing. What's up, Traveling Root Beer? Hope you enjoyed Mortal Kombat.
Man, there's a lot of mixed feelings on that one.
I know Jay Ramirez said he enjoyed it, but I have heard some other people say that they didn't fully.
It was the Scorpion and Sub-Zero stuff was fantastic, man. They should have just ran with that. It seems like I felt like they went really light on the other characters. Like that.
Yeah,
There should have been way more, but and really they could have just done the whole movie just with those two characters and left all that other stuff out of it. And I do not see any.
Okay, I was thinking because
I don't see any ratio variants for that.
Yeah.
So if anything, there's a. Oh, I see. You can order a CGC graded Dr. Aphra War of Bounty Hunters #1. Oh no, War of Bounty Hunter Alpha #1. You can get a graded one here.
We got a trade for Dr. Aphra, collecting from her first volume, 26 through 31, and then annual #2.
Yeah, you can you can order some signed ones and whatnot.
We have so #1 is getting the 5th print for High Republic, #2 is getting a 4th print, and #3 is getting a 3rd print, and they're all the color splash kind of covers.
Yeah.
Of
We
the
ordered several of those.
just getting the 5th print number 1 and not these other ones. Trials of Ultraman. Just getting number 3. Let's see what else we got here. I know zilch about Immortal Kombat, and I'm looking forward to the movie. Yeah, I never played Mortal Kombat or anything, but I'm gonna watch it and see. Enjoyed it by having it on passively while I did other stuff. Same approach to Wonder Woman. I still haven't watched that Wonder Woman movie. I liked Mortal Kombat. Might have to grab the 5th printing of High Republic. Beginning and final act gave the movie a positive score for me. The middle portion was a bit meh. And I know Hyper is a Mortal Kombat fan, so yeah. Go for the fight scenes. I don't know. I'll see how I feel once I get to watch it. Yeah, I know this is your jam right here, Phil. Ultraman. We got a phone cover here for the cover A. It looks like that's all we have is a cover A. Art Adams doing the cover. That's why I like that cover. Makes sense. Way of X. So the book that just came out this week, the Nightcrawler centric book, is on to issue number 2. Have you seen good sales of this one at the shop?
Yeah. So here's the thing. So everyone has X-Men Overload, but as they start looking into what this story is, and it's Nightcrawler is kind of having his because he has strong religious faith, and he's having issues with the reincarnation stuff. It's almost like he's voicing our being a little tired about these guys could just go into any mission they want because they're coming back, without consequence.
Yeah. We have a new villain being revealed, or maybe not new, but whoever the villain of the story will be being revealed. One of the most dangerous mutants is reborn. So, yeah, I mean, I thought about it just because Nightcrawler is a pretty cool character, but I don't want to dip my toes into everything X-Men right now.
It's
oh
X-Men
wow
Overload. What they should do is just have this as how they used to do in, I want to say in the 80s run. They would just incorporate it in the regular X-Men title. This would just be a storyline within the X-Men title. But now, because Marvel is going to another distributor, they have to have as many products on the warehouse floor as possible, and that's what this is.
Look at this cover, though. This is Christian Ward. I just like Christian Ward's art a lot.
Right.
This is a beautiful cover.
But once again, this could have just been X-Men number or whatever. You know what I mean? They
yeah.
I think people are getting wore out.
Yeah, we've got Wolverine number 12. Got some Dracula content coming. So that wraps up Marvel. There's also a Thor trade paperback here. Dynamite. I never have anything I like in here, but Deja Thoris is getting issue number 12, and there's always a ton of covers for everything. Yeah, these must be these are just like the limited covers because they're all like $50 or $100.
Yeah.
Red Sonja, the Superpowers number 5. Again, just those limited covers. Sacred 6 number 9. These are regular covers here with regular ratio or regular not ratio variants. Some crazy fights. Warren Luo on that cover. That just keeps going and going. Sonja Versal. That's the one with all the red Sonyas in it.
Mm-hmm.
We got number 4. That's the one thing that I find hard with Dynamite is just how many covers on every issue.
Oh, they don't give a rat's ass. They put them all out.
I know. And this one I know, well, this is just the limited Virgin cover for this, but I know Danny's been liking the Vampirella versus Purgatory cover or story.
Yeah, the the Warren Lou cover's just off the chain.
Yeah.
That one's an older cover though. It looks like they just did a re-release on it because that cover's been out before.
They might be doing that. We got Vengeance of Vampirella number 18. And that's it. So what, like 3-4 books, but 50 covers?
Yeah. Typically their best guys Perillo. Anything that guy does for a cover is usually pretty sick.
So I don't know why the cover art's not here because I'm pretty sure we have this cover art revealed already. Berserker, number 2.
Yeah.
Second print. No, maybe not.
I thought it was leaked already what that cover was gonna look like.
Maybe that was the third print of number 1. I don't know.
Yeah, now it's starting to get confusing.
I know, but there's a second print of number 2 by Dan Mora. So I'm probably gonna get it because I like Dan Mora's art, but hopefully this is not another one that had to get cut off and limited and all that. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, there it is, right there. Yeah. And I was like, I knew you were right. I'd seen it somewhere, but League of Comic Geeks isn't updated. Diamond's not updated.
And I think then at that point you got to be careful that that's the actual cover because sometimes they'll put something out and it hasn't been approved by the publisher yet.
Yeah.
But that is Golden Apple though. No, hold on a second. Was that Golden Apple's variant for it though?
No, that was because it's also here eBay. Someone has one listed. It's just the regular second print Dan Mora variant.
Okay.
Nobody else has it. Well, Forbidden Planet has it listed too, it looks like. So it's legit.
Okay.
In theory.
Yeah, if it was anybody else. But Golden Apple, isn't Golden Apple one of the oldest comic book shops in the world?
Oh, maybe.
I think it is. I think they were one of the first ones on the West Coast.
Yeah. This, I don't think we have revealed. Firefly brand new verse number 1, second print. I'm not seeing. Let me see. Nope. Not revealed either. All right. Well, who knows? So it was a good return to the Firefly universe.
Right.
It was one I didn't continue though, just because again, too many things to read. But I was like, okay, this is quality. Maybe I'll get the trade when it wraps up because it's only 6 issues. This one I haven't been reading, but I guess Jim Henson fans may be reading this.
Yeah.
Jim Henson Storyteller Tricksters number 3 of 4 with a Peach Momoko cover here. Peach Momoko.
Yeah, this one's actually been doing really well. So
I can imagine. And then cover B here, Danny Pendergast. Usually something, yeah. Virgin of the cover A for 1 in 25. That's it. Lumberjane's getting a trade paperback for volume 18. Luna is on to number 4. And it's got a cover B by Ariella Cristantina. It's crazy cool art.
I think that's better than the main cover.
I've been liking the cover Bs way better than the cover As. Like we started out with that Jenny Frizen cover B, and then we had who was it on the? Was it Anka on the number 2, or maybe that was number 3? Andolfo was on number 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's like all these good artists doing the cover Bs. Why? You're trying to pick between them. I'm going to pick the cover B.
Right.
And then the 1 in 10 is a version of the cover B. Magic the Gathering. This has been revealed. Magic the Gathering number 1, 3rd print. I know that one has. No, I don't even get Magic the Gathering. Why is this so hard to find? There it is. That was a pretty cool cover.
Oh, yeah.
All the Magic fans have been buying these up. Has it been selling well?
Yeah, they're sold out at the shop. So I just realized I need to get a couple more of those.
Get some 3rd prints.
Yep. The 3rd print looks better than... I don't know. I like that cover.
For the Something is Killing the Children 8th print, do you have to buy a Berserker number 2 foil or just a Berserker number 2? The way it read was just a Berserker number 2.
Mm-hmm.
You had to buy the number 1 foil because that's where they put the little thing.
Right. The shops are still limited on what they're getting. So I think it's still going to be like a first come, first serve. I think we'll see how it works. But people can't get mad at us because we're giving it away for free. We're not selling it. So we'll go until we run out, and that'll be the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
If we can't fulfill everybody's, blame Boom, not us.
Well, I think
Boom is auto fulfilling it.
Yeah. Well, what they said, what Ross said when he was on was like, obviously if they did a 1-to-1, they're giving away a second book to match the Berserker. They'd probably lose money on that book.
Right. So
half gets you kind of, okay, some people aren't going to want it or be like, I don't care, whatever that is. Just give me my books. Probably that's going to be less, but then you're going to have people who are trying to buy like 20 copies of it. And then you just have the people who are like, oh, cool, free book.
Well, we had issue with it, and Amy was really pissed about it, and we reached out to him, and his people got back to us pretty quickly, and they resolved the issue to the best of their ability. They admit that the execution for the whole thing was pretty piss poor.
Yeah, and
because you can't do something like that and not tell the retailers.
Yeah, well, and when he was talking to like the whole changing the date of Berserker 2, that whole piece did not go, it didn't go over very well.
No.
So they're trying to get the number 2 and then they're on in line so that you get the foils and the regulars on the same day. So the whole thing that happened with issue number 1 doesn't happen.
Hey, at least I'm going to give him this, though. He's doing everything he can to communicate properly and to fix things as he becomes aware of them.
Yeah.
Or he has a team that's doing that. I think IDW might be one of the worst at that right now. You can't communicate with them whatsoever. It sounds like they're on the verge of bankruptcy again. It's, there's rumor that they're filing bankruptcy in May. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good if that happens with IDW.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I don't have too many books that I get from them.
Mm-hmm.
But and then maybe that's that's the whole thing. They got to step that up.
Yeah, because it's the Transformers and GI Joe. That's like their big ones, and then the Marvel action, TMNT.
Yeah, and those are all things I don't read.
Yeah, they screwed the pooch with that last Ronin. Bad.
Yeah, execution there was unfortunate. And 3 hasn't come out yet, right? That's
Nope.
next week, week after.
Yeah, we'll see when it actually happens, right? Because they're horrible, man. They're the worst.
Yeah, I could see that happening because
Yeah, I
Marvel
could see
already has the Marvel action there.
Yeah, but that would be good. We just want it to happen. It needs to happen sooner than later because IDW right now is in restructure phase, and it's like I said, they're impossible to communicate with right now. Very unreliable.
We're scaring Hyper.
Yeah, because they have correct me if they have Transformers too, right? IDW.
Yeah.
They have a lot of big.
Transformers, TMNT, GI Joe,
all the toys, anything
have
toy line.
My Little Pony.
Yeah, they might as well be the toy line comic.
Yeah, Orcs number 4 of 6. I read number 1. It was good. It's it seems targeted younger, but it's not boombox. But I stopped after issue 1. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm reading too many things. Seems like an interesting story. Power Rangers getting number 7. We've got cover A that probably has the trade dress on it. There's always many covers.
Power Rangers, I've always loved that they follow their core audience. So they've aged the book and they've aged the storyline with their core audience.
Yeah.
Their core fans. That's actually pretty smart.
Boom's been doing a great job with setting up the whole Power Ranger stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's the cover B with it'll have the legacy numbering on this when they put the trade dress on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
which causes a bunch of confusion, actually.
Yeah. Blank sketch for cover C, which surprised they don't have the color revealed on that. The 1 in 10 cover here is the version of the cover A. The 1 in 25 is 15 is the version of cover B. And then we have a new cover here, which is a Peach Momoko. So back to her doing these covers, which I know Hyper.
She must be fulfilling a contract with them.
Oh yeah,
she's
it's
exclusive with Marvel.
Yeah, and I thought her covers had ended for the Power Ranger stuff, but I guess not. So I know Hyper is going to be on this one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Orcs was it's Kaboom, which I remember that now. So there's Kaboom and there's Boombox, which are both younger audience.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, newbie? Welcome. So then there's a 1 in 50, which was like the version of this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. I have the Power Rangers formula down, but I don't read Power Rangers, but I know everything that they do with the covers with them. And then this one, I'm excited to see this return. We only find them when they're dead. Issue number 6, 50 years since the last issue. So our characters are a lot older. We're going to have some newer characters also in this.
That's well done.
Cover A. Simone DeMeo is just fantastic on his art.
Yeah, you saw it in the Future State Harley Quinn too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like, wow, this guy.
Yeah. And then cover B by Tony Infante. Stained glass kind of cover.
Right.
Fantastic. And Infante, also, I think it was when it was from the perspective of Scarecrow in issue 2
Mhm.
of that. He was the artist on that. So it was like their art
So dope.
together was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then there's some ratios. We have a 1 in 25 by Bengal, which
Mm.
I like, but it's not my favorite.
Right.
The Mike Del Mundo one is pretty cool, though.
Mm.
It's got the letters, like they're pulling them off, like they've been chopping up the god.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all the letters that were spelling out the title. I don't think there was a 1 in 100, though.
No.
No. Yeah, so that's super cool to see that coming back. All of these books are like middle of May, right? May 19th ish, give or take a week. So we'll move on from Boom and into everybody else.
Alice in Leatherland had me laughing just listening to the title.
Yeah. It's one hell of an abbreviation. Yep. We only find them when we're dead. When they're dead. When we're dead. Oops. Peach is so 2020. Yeah, Alice in Leatherland. So Black Mask has Destiny New York right now. They have this one that just came out this last week. They're about to have White come out soon. So they're kind of ramping back up. They've been quiet for a little while.
None of them compared to Man, Goat, and Bunny Man. None of them.
Scope. Yeah, that was so good.
That was really good. I'm really glad that you led me to that one because that was so good.
How did it end up selling?
Sold out. We don't have a single one in the shop.
Damn.
I ended up selling my copy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Were you able to order more?
Nope. I can order like second prints, but I can't order that anymore. I'm pretty sure.
I wasn't sure if they had, you know how they have like they cut off, but they have some extra, and then
I put in for back order. We'll see. If they come in, I'll be really happy. If they don't, it is what it is. I got to put the customer first on that one. But that was phenomenal. That cover B was fire. That was my favorite cover. A lot of people preferred the regular cover on that one too. And then just the story was hysterical, man. It was dark, but yeah.
You get Sasquatch chasing butterflies at one point.
Oh, that was so.
I was just
dope.
like, what the hell? But this is hilarious. Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah. Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, no, that was so good. My God, that was so good.
But so, Sean, that question came up is the Free Comic Book Day Something's Killing the Children a spinoff, or what is it? And all he said was, "That's a good question." So
we won't know.
There may be a spinoff.
There
may be a spinoff.
There's supposed to be aren't they already restarting the story? A soft reboot within the series right now.
We're getting, I think, early days of Erica.
Yeah.
So we're getting her origin and like all of that. So I don't know if it's just going to be like the first issue of the new arc is going to be that, or if we're going to get, the time leading up to her becoming who she is.
Right.
I'm there for that story. I'm there if they go and fight more, in the future. But we might be getting maybe we're getting like a Star Wars kind of thing, right? We have the like current time, and then we go into the previous time, and then we go into the future time.
It works though. I mean, if they execute it right, it does work. So
there's going to be so origin of her is happening in issue 16. The Free Comic Book Day is about House of Slaughter. So that possibly could lead to a spinoff. Ross was obviously tight-lipped about it because he can't reveal that yet.
We're going to be doing for our Patreon for Free Comic Book Day as well. We'll be streaming that, and Patreon can order those books from us. the free comic book day books, because I know that I just saw Hyper talk about the free comic book day version of that book. I think might have some newer material in it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole House of Slaughter stuff. So it'll be interesting to see all of that. From Vault, Autumnal is on to issue number 7. So I think this is the second to last issue of Autumnal. We'll have 8 total. And here's another one of the like Leaf variants, but things are getting a little bit more crazy. It looks like we've got Groot hanging out in the background here.
Oh man,
Possessed Groot.
Yeah.
Really
angry Groot.
This story's just been super cool because it's like a nature horror kind of story. It's like, what if the Leafs had ulterior motives?
Mm-hmm.
The Bequest, I love this one. If you're into D&D, this is a great story from Aftershock. On to issue number 3. We got Blade Runner Origins number 4. I've heard the Sumerian books have been good. This is Iron Shadows in Moon number 2. I think this is from Ablaze. Yeah. There's a couple different covers there, like Conan homage cover, or maybe
right.
Tanya, one of those classic kind of covers there. I Walk with Monsters. I think this is the last issue, number 6 here. I've been enjoying that. I gotta reread it all together though, I think, to really appreciate it all. Because it's been coming out for a while. Even though it's 6 issues, I feel like it's been, I don't know, it just feels like a long time. Donna and the Unpossible Monsters, number 3.
I Walk with Monsters is Hickman, right?
No. Paul Cornell. Sally Cantorino.
It looks like Hickman. Well, it may not be the same Hickman, clearly, who did the variant for it.
Oh, yeah, that's Jen Hickman.
Jen Hickman, got it.
She's done some, she did covers for Hollow Heart also. Let's see what else we got in here. I've heard good things about this one. Minky Woodcock, Girl Who Electrified Tesla. I think Sith read this one. What else is there? He already has 2. Oh. Have you thought about getting an Aegis exclusive cover? Yeah, there are 2. Both with Dynamite. We have
2, right? And we're going to be getting another one here soon as well.
Nice. Dynamite again?
No, we're keeping it a little hush, but you guys, all our YouTube fam, you guys will be the first to know. All the channels will know about it, and we'll offer you guys deals for your peeps.
Nice. We got like a photo variant here.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
Something else going on here. This is from Titan Comics. And then Phantom on the Scan. I like this. This was a good story. Good start to the story. By Colin Bunn. So he's got a lot of things coming up. Yeah, and Sith said Tesla books amazing. Doesn't shy away from history.
Awesome.
Yeah. Aftershock's been killing it here. I know Nola Comics. He loves this one, Redemption. We got Mike Diodato on art, Krista Faust on writing, and it's like a good Western. I think it's mixed with something else though. Maybe it's just mainly Western kind of story. But AWA Upshot, so another one of the smaller publishers. And here we go. Last one. Aftershock, Undone by Blood, Other Side of Eden, number 3. So we know there was a volume 1 of this. This is a volume 2 that's I think following different characters in a different era, but same kind of story concept. And at least the first volume's been optioned with what's his name? Daryl on The Walking Dead. Blanking on his name right now. But like his production stuff, like, and he's gonna be involved with it.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So who knows if volume 1 is gonna have that happen, they might include stuff from volume 2 as well. But I think Sith was reading that one and liked it. Norman Reedus, thank you. Brain's not functioning today. I don't know why. I kept thinking of.
Better have your coffee.
I'm out of coffee, so I had non-coffee caffeine this morning. I kept thinking of Chandler Riggs. I'm like, that's another Walking Dead guy. Yeah. So that is everything in previews for that stuff. Some cards, tops, baseball. Looks like soccer. Other stuff. Look like more cards. I guess games. Yeah, that is it for FOC. Remember, if you're trying to set up a pool box with Aegis, because you need to set one up somewhere, message on Instagram or email admin at Aegis. Aegis.
That's admin at aegisofalaska.com. Admin at aegisofalaska.com. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we will hook you up. Or just DM us on our Instagram at Aegis Comics Alaska, and we'll take care of you from there. That's actually the fastest way, and then we'll provide you the email and everything else. That's the best way.
And then once you get it all set up, then you can click order or subscribe, depending on if you're trying to add the things to your pool list. And then remember, this isn't just like you're just clicking and adding things to a shopping cart. Remember, you got to pay for your comics when the date is that they come out. So don't leave things sitting in your pool box for months and make the shop angry at you. And then they're going to have to send Austin after you.
and Austin doesn't play nice.
He's going to run you over. He's going to come all the way from Alaska with his jetpack, his rocket on his his cart, and just come and find you.
Yeah, if you for those of you that whoops, let me try this here. I'm gonna try doing this. This is the our Instagram here. So just message us there. That's the easiest way if you want to set up a pull box. And remember, Sparks gets discounts. So
yeah, where is
what do we have? You got Sparks 15?
Yeah. I know I have an image here. Here. There we go.
Yeah, Sparks 15.
If you're ordering on the website, Sparks 15 gets you the discount. And now I am hidden behind. Where is there we go. All these magical buttons and things.
Thank you guys. Thank you for having me on the show, man.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I know sometimes it's earlier for you over there. And starting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go finish breakfast right after this, but this is always worthwhile. I literally just knocked out the remainder of my FOC order because of you. So
nice. I'm glad it helps.
It actually helps me as a shop. I'm literally, when you guys are seeing me like look off to the side, I'm not like being rude and checking out another website or something. I'm literally filling out my my FOC order on Diamond and Lunar because of this show. Because we'll see a title. Nobody knew about that Man Goat Bunny Man. Nobody knew about that, and yet that book sold out. And and we bought a lot of issues.
Yeah, no, I remember you were like, "Oh my god, people are gonna love this," and you just bumped up those issues.
Yeah. So there's always something I see here. Well, thank you, Sparks, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, and thanks everyone for watching and learning about FOC this week. I don't think this week Comics Talk Weekly Phil is on, but I think he's planning on doing a previews catalog review soon. Once
man, you need to have Tony from EGS on your show. Do a Q&A with him. Let me know. I'll message with you. I'll message with you later today and see if you can make that happen, because I think he's a good interview.
I know Danny is getting a shipment from EGS sometime soon. He sent some books to them, so I was gonna see what came back with that. I might send some off after that, and then set up something with him.
Yeah, you could do a little Ask a Grader segment, but yeah, he can. He's more than willing to do that stuff.
Yeah. So free hour or hour and a half till whenever Power Pack comes on, or Future Packs.
Make sure to subscribe to this guy's channel, guys. Like and subscribe and share.
To them right there. There are links in the description. And everyone have a great day and enjoy the rest of YouTube whenever that all kicks off later today.